Next, we take a look at the issue of unaccompanied minors arriving on the U.S.-Mexican border. Some of them end up here in Somerville. On July 30th, Margaret Tague attended a meeting in Chelsea with representatives of some of the city's agencies who work with the child migrants.
More than 100 people, many from school systems and agencies, gathered to discuss how to best support the migrant children coming into the greater Boston area. Children who cross the border alone are known as unaccompanied minors. So far in fiscal year 2014, more than 57,000 children arrived in the U.S., double the number in fiscal year 2013.
Hi, my name is Emily Lowenberg. I'm just wondering what happens to the kids who come over and they have family here, but the family is undocumented.
Most children are hosted by a sponsor family who is often related to the child.
Everyone should know that as long as the family who wants to be the sponsor, who's trying to reunite with the child, has no criminal history, should be fine. So if they're undocumented, the majority of my kids' sponsors' parents are undocumented, that's fine, no big deal.
Somerville is home to at least 70 unaccompanied minors. In recent months, about 3 to 5 children have been arriving each week, according to local health care providers. Representatives of several Somerville agencies were present.
This has been happening for many years. However, the amount of kids now has sparked an interest in a lot of communities. Were caught by surprise. So we'll have strategic ways of welcoming these children, making sure they are registered in the school, make sure they are vaccinated, that they get their medical health insurance, and they get the services that they deserve. One of the biggest issues at this moment is finding legal representation for all these children, because when they need to show up in court, they all have a court date if they were caught, and they'll go to court. However, in future court meetings, they will need legal representation. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people out there who are charging a lot of money, and it's not the case for these families. They really cannot afford.
Somerville is affected because we're really a community. We're a diverse community, and we do have adults that are undocumented living in our city. We have a lot of people in general, so it affects us because it's the heart of who we are. It's the heart of what Somerville has been for at least the last 20 years. At the end of the day, I think we're all family. Me being a Christian person, I will say, we always talk about being, helping the least of these. We're supposed to stand up for injustices. And so I think, as Christians, we need to think about that as well. What is our role in this?
Officials estimate that another 30,000 children could arrive at the Mexican border by the end of this fiscal year. How many will come to Somerville, and will the Somerville public school system, health clinics, and agencies be able to support them? Reporting for Somerville Neighborhood News, I'm Margaret Tague.
The following week, on August 7th, hundreds of supporters of immigrants, and especially of undocumented, unaccompanied minors, went to a rally in downtown Boston. Our reporters met up with a contingent from Somerville.
This is a pro-migrant rally, specifically to sort of give light and shed light on the child migrant crisis that is currently occurring and has been occurring for decades at a time. I specifically migrated to the United States when I was 6 years old from Colombia, and at that point in time, my country was a country that was completely torn up, and it was a war zone. So I myself sympathize with what's going on with migrant children right now, and as a person who existed as an undocumented human being in this country, this is obviously something that is very near and dear to my heart.
As an immigrant myself, that has had the fortune of having an incredible educational opportunities, and I am a legal immigrant in this country with all what that entails. I want other people to have the same opportunities and to really leave America as a dream it is instead of a nightmare.
And then we're all going to be there to chant, to tell the world why we're here today and why we need the government to pass administrative relief and stop deportations for once and for all.
Eu quero estar solidária a essas crianças e também a nós, todos nós que estamos aqui, todos nós outros que somos imigrantes e não estamos documentados aqui neste país. E nós precisamos de um documento. Necessitamos um documento para trabalhar, para nós outros estudarmos, nossas crianças estudarem. Algumas das pessoas apoiam, mas eu creio que muitas das pessoas não apoiam essas crianças que vêm para cá. E nós outros temos que apoiar porque o país deles eles estão muito inseguros no país deles. Então eles precisam muito apoio nossos aqui.
We need a solution. What that solution is right now, in my opinion, it's not necessarily immigration reform, because as it's planted right now, it's criminalizing our community more and it's dehumanizing our people. So there needs to be something else, but our lives matter.
As the child of immigrants, I really hope we can figure out this tragic situation out.
I think we certainly need to look at the reasons behind why they're coming here.